Yo, what is up guys, Delboy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you're new here, smash that like, hit subscribe, all of that good stuff. So, on the 8th of March in Saudi Arabia, Anthony Joshua will be fighting Francis Ngannou in a 10-round fight. Now I'm not all that interested in that bout, have to admit. But on the undercard, interestingly enough, it's being claimed that Deontay Wilder and Zhang could both feature, and there's a chance they may even fight each other, though there is a chance they could fight in separate fights. Deontay Wilder, in his fight with Joseph Parker, well I say fight, but Deontay Wilder barely did anything to make it a fight. He got comprehensively outpointed, lost every single round, wasn't really in that fight, looked cumbersome, looked uninterested, looked like a shell of his former self. Physically, he just didn't look up to task, and more worryingly, to me it looked like he lost his killer instinct, like I said. In fact, in his interview with 78 IQ, aka 78 BMI, aka 78 gallons of Kool-Aid, Deontay Wilder was, praising Joseph Parker as this really nice guy, that he doesn't want to fight him again, that if he were to lose to anybody, he's glad that it was Joseph Parker, coming out with bizarre statements like that. And to me, that's not indicative of a fighter who still has that fire in his belly. But Deontay Wilder does say, he did say he wants to continue, he wants to fight on, and listen, if that is the case, if Wilder does want to continue fighting, then this is the sort of fight he should take. The guy's 38 years old with a paper-thin resume. At the end of the day, he's lost 3 of his 5 last fights, and he's 38 years old. There's no time for a rebuild job here. I don't want to see Deontay Wilder get in there with a cream puff like an Adam Kalnacki, for example, who's totally shot himself. I don't want to see that. If Wilder is to come back, I think he needs to take a fight of consequence, of risk, and a fight in which people expect him to lose. And quite frankly, right now, Zhang would present that. If that fight does get made official tomorrow, there's a lot of people, if not the majority, who will be picking Zhang to knock out Deontay Wilder. Zhang being a southpaw, tall, rangy, hard puncher, experienced, good amateur, a fighter with momentum right now. If that fight were to get made, people are going to be picking Zhang. I'd assume Zhang will open as a favourite in that fight. And ultimately, that's the type of guy Wilder has to beat to get back in contention. If he's to try to reinvigorate the Anthony Joshua fight, for example, he needs to beat a credible guy. And Zhang does present that. Zhang is top 10 in the heavyweight division. I think he may be top 5, top 6 in the Ring Magazine rankings. Plus he's also the WBO mandatory, so there's another reason there why Deontay Wilder should take this fight. And ultimately this fight will show just where Wilder's at, because if it's the Wilder that fought Joseph Parker, he's getting knocked out against Zhang. And if he's serious about wanting to continue, he has to beat somebody of consequence. And yeah, Zhang represents that. Like I said, there's no time now for a slow build back or have Wilder fight a couple of bums. He's been doing that his whole career. Wilder's been privileged since day one. His career's been very much manufactured. The guy's been kept away from certain fighters, and his title reign was very much uneventful. Take the knockouts away, the level of competition was very poor. And now he's in this position. He needs to roll the dice, basically. Bear in mind, the last time Deontay Wilder beat a top 10 heavyweight was 2019, and that was against Luis Ortiz, who he'd beat previously anyway. Zhang is the fight Deontay Wilder should take. In fact, the fact this has even been offered to Deontay Wilder should count himself very lucky. Because, he doesn't really deserve a fight of this consequence. Again, losing 3 of his last 5, not beating a top 10 guy since 2019, being inactive, etc. He's lucky to get this as even a potential fight, so Deontay Wilder should pursue this bout. He should take it if it comes up, and we'll see where he's at. We'll see where he's at. But like I said, if it's for Wilder from the Joseph Parker fight, he'll get knocked out. And honestly, that's why he should take this fight, because, you know, Zhilei Zhang theoretically should encourage Wilder to train harder, to get his mind in a better place, in a place of combat, rather than a kumbaya mindset fueled by ayahuasca and like exotic toads and frogs and shit. Deontay Wilder has to take this fight, in my opinion. Again, I don't want to see this guy come back, fight a complete bum, knock him over, and then walk into an Anthony Joshua fight. Because ultimately, that's been the theme of Wilder's career. Listen, he's worked hard, obviously, as an athlete, but he's been given every single opportunity he's had without really deserving it, in my opinion. He's never had the hard come up. You know, his title reign was exceptionally weak. He was kept away from certain guys. Like I said, he was very privileged throughout his career. And that's a reason as to why he never improved his skills. He was so used to knocking over bums, or shot fighters, etc. He never had to improve. And here we are now. Again, we can't have that again. We can't have Deontay Wilder knocking over fucking Adam Kalnacki. If he wants to come back, he needs to take the hardest fight he can possibly take. And Zhilei Zhang would represent that, in my opinion. And if he were to beat Zhilei Zhang, who's a top contender, listen, he puts himself back in the mix. And he once again rejuvenates that Anthony Joshua fight. So, it's a simple one, in my opinion. It's simple. Take the fight. That's how I see it anyway. What do you guys think? Do you think Deontay Wilder should take this fight? Otherwise, if you don't think he should take the fight, what's the alternative? Is what I would ask. Do you want to see this guy go in there and knock out a no-hoper? Or would you rather see Deontay Wilder, last chance saloon, win or leave town? I'd rather see that, to be honest. So again, for me, Zhilei Zhang would be the perfect fight, and Deontay Wilder will be a fool if he turns it down. Anyway, share your thoughts below. Beanie Guy Delboy. Peace.